So Muzz, nice to meet you. Obviously, you're building your brand in the fitness space. You got the MCR Fitness Circle.
Yeah.
Can you take us back to the beginning? What first inspired you to step into the fitness world, and how has your journey evolved since those early days?
Well, obviously the fitness world, I didn't want to come into it at the start. I wouldn't say I was forced into it, but it was more like tough love. Growing up, obviously I was skinny. Didn't really like, I wouldn't say I got bullied, but people were saying obviously like quite skinny, you need to put some weight on basically. One of my mates, he was like, let's get in the gym together. He was 16 years old, yeah. He's like, let's get in the gym together, let's train. Went to like an old school gym, and that gym it taught me a lot of lessons. It's a kind of gym where it's like all old school stuff, iron weights. People aren't there to help you in that way, but it's more like a tough love gym. So there's been times in the gym where like I've just started doing like stuff like deadlifts or bench press, and the guys that are there, they're laughing at me, looking at like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
But at the time, obviously, I took it to heart because I'm thinking like, what am I doing wrong? So I didn't enjoy it at the start, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But I noticed progress when I was going every single week. I was getting better at it. And then like, as I was going, I was like, yo, my arms are getting a bit bigger.
Yeah.
And then when I started going gym, obviously everyone in school, in college, they were like, oh yeah, you go gym. Because back then, and I'm talking about this about 10 years ago, back then, I'm not gonna say gym wasn't big, but a lot of young kids weren't going gym like that. So like in my year, I was probably one of the first few to go to gym.
Yeah.
And then obviously from that, going back to what you said, I just fell in love with it because it took me out of the distractions that I was obviously facing on the streets, or to my mates, that I was around, the circles that I was in. It took me out of that and put me in a good space, which is fitness. And when you're stressed, the first thing you need to do is, if you're playing football or whatever it is, sports, you go to fitness, you take your mind off everything else. So
Muzz, our listeners will talk a lot about breaking barriers. Obviously, you had a lot of businesses, you PT'd for yourself as well.
Yeah.
So you've done a lot of things. What has been the biggest barrier you faced personally and professionally? And tell me how you pushed through it as well.
I think personally, the biggest barrier I've faced is I struggled mentally a lot. So I think the confidence part, I never had the confidence.
Yeah.
I needed constant reassurance of like where I'm going. So that's one of the biggest barriers that I faced, because that affected me going forward in any jobs, anything to do, whether it's football. When I used to play football, like I weren't confident in my ability, but I knew I could do it. But there's a confidence part. And then I say professionally, again, the confidence side comes into it, but I think it's taking the time to learn first. And that's one thing that has helped me a lot. So barrier side, I've had times where like I've gone from having loads of clients at the start of PTing, and it's dropped. I've had no money, you're self-employed, you've got no money, you can't pay rent. Then what do you do?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then it's like, that constant cycle of not paying rent and not being able to afford your food through the week. I've had that many times before, but now I know that if that happens again, I know how to bounce back. It's not a struggle for me anymore, because I know how to fight through it now. I've faced it already, so I know what to do. When we talk about the personal side of things, but professionally, I feel like sometimes it's a good trait of mine and a bad one, but I think I do take things quite personally because I'm passionate.
Yeah.
So when it comes to work, because I take things too personally, sometimes people take it the wrong way when I'm trying to get the best for them.
Yeah.
So I always want the best for everyone, and that's the way I look at things.
Who or what inspires you to keep pushing? You seem very motivated, very driven, not only in gym, but in life. What inspires you, or who inspires you to keep pushing?
That's a good question. I think number one, I think my parents, obviously, like, and I don't mean in the sense like, obviously I do look up to my parents, but I think it's like they've been through that hardship for me to help me to get where I am.
Yeah.
So I need to return the favor and do the best that I can in return to them. And I think that's one of them. And I think the other thing is people around me. So there's
Yeah.
friends that are around me. When I see them like obviously do well, I'm happy for them, and I'm like, you know what, that's sick, and I want to do those things as well, and not out of like jealousy or spite. I'm always looking around and like learning. So like, I think what motivates me is when I see people, even if I don't know them, and they just tell me about themselves, and they're like, you know what, I did this, I came from this, and I got here. That's what motivates me the most. Them are the two main things.
Nice. So, most finally, if you could give one message to the next generation of dreamers, trainers, change makers, leaders, what would you tell them to help them stay limitless?
Oh, listen, you have to accept that you're gonna fail. Accept those failures. That's what's gonna get you to that top place where you want to get to. Honestly, don't think everything's gonna be sunshine and rainbows, but those hard days are gonna get you to where you want to be.
Yeah,
That's what I'd say.
sure.